What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. Or not to bring rabbit hole, but it's awesome. And yes, we're back at today to talk more about crypto, talk more about the markets. As you guys can see right now, the cryptocurrency market's looking phenomenal. The stock market's looking really good. The bounce back is here. We've been talking about this for a couple weeks. We've been talking about obviously there's going to be some form of a bounce back. We didn't know exactly when or how, but I mean, things are lining up pretty nicely on the RSIs, on the weekly RSIs. We knew that there was something coming in here. Again, Friday was kind of a little bit of a sell-off in the market. I actually put a nice little short in on the market on Friday. Made a nice little, I think I made like $450 on Friday. And then we had soccer all weekend, so I didn't actually put anything in. But yeah, it's nice to wake up and see ETH back to 2,300. We're starting to see Bitcoin back over almost 74,000. I mean, things are looking pretty good in the markets here, even with the whole Iran conflict with the United States. Oil prices are still high. I think we're at $95 a barrel right now, which has come down slightly. But overall, things are looking pretty good. Is this the relief rally that we're looking for? And also, what happens after this relief rally? What does the markets tend to like? What does it actually show? We're going to show some charts on that. But before we jump into it all, I do want to say what's up to the A-Team. I want to say what's up to everyone here. We got Just Maui in the house here. Hey, Candy, what's going on, dude? Hello, A-Team. I think the market is celebrating St. Patty's Day early. Hell yeah, dude. Mike, what's going on, buddy? Sir Jeremy's in the house here. Tall Paul, what's up, bud? Tim Shea, we got the Mayor Crypto. What's up, my guy? We got Chameleon. What's going on, Chameleon? We got Guy. What's up, Guy? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well, my friend. Jeffrey Mix in the house here. What's up? Skating Horse. Is that an AI, Austin? No. Oh, in the photo? And no, I actually made a legit photo. The previous AI, I did use ChatGPT for some other ones, and those are funny looking. But this one's not too bad. Is this the next thumbnail? He should hold up 4 fingers. Man, you guys and that whole Netanyahu thing, man, that's crazy. Tony Punch, what's up, buddy? Pink in the house here. Inca, what's up, Inca? Good to see you, man. King Pound. Hope all is well. Tommy Savage in the house here. Alex, what's going on, buddy? Eric Bev, what's up, Eric? Jamin's in the house. What's up, Jamin? NX Journey, what's going on, dude? What happens when we hear from Powell later this week? We're probably not gonna have rate cuts. I mean, if you were actually looking at that, I mean, the rate cuts are looking pretty dismal. I think we're at like a 99.1% chance of rate cuts. So yeah, if you're expecting a rate cut, this is the time where no rate cuts are most likely happening. But with all that said, let's actually jump into it. We've got some news to cover here today. As you can see right now, the cryptocurrency market's doing pretty damn well. Back to a $2.5 trillion market cap. You can see the fear and greed has climbed to a 40 neutral, which is good, right? We're in the neutral. Obviously, this is like literally a week ago. We were down here in the red. Things are starting to bounce back nice. As you can see right now, Bitcoin back up almost to 74,000. It did hit 74,000 earlier this morning, then came back down. Ethereum went back above 2,300. It's actually holding steady above 2,300. This thing's up 13.56% over the last 7 days. It's actually over the last like 5 days, it's up about 13, maybe even not even 5 days, probably like close to 3 days, up about 13%. So this thing's climbing pretty nicely. You can see XRP doing phenomenal, back to 150, up about 10%. So things are looking pretty good. I mean, a lot of these things are where we want them to. The only one that's not doing too well right now is Hedera. Hedera's up about 4%, kind of lagging behind, unfortunately, but I mean, here we are. So stock market, again, looking pretty good today. It did bounce back with the 500 points, but it's fallen just slightly. As you can see, it fell back down to $95 a barrel. But the oil companies are making so much money off of this whole thing. It's huge, dude. Absolutely huge how much money they're making off of this. But NASDAQ's up about 287 points, and S&P 500 is about 66 points. So things are looking pretty good. As you can see right here, $1.2 trillion added to the U.S. stock markets after reports of the U.S. allowing Iranian tankers to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. As you guys know, Trump said he is putting some pressure on China and other allies in the region to help assist with the transportation of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. And hopefully this is positive, right? I mean, you can see right now that roughly $820 billion added to the S&P 500, about $730 billion added to the Dow, and about $280 billion added to the Dow, or $730 billion added to NASDAQ, $280 to the bill, or to the Dow for today. And I don't know, man, when I'm looking at this, it's kind of crazy, dude, like to think how we had this bounce back. And if you go back and actually look, a lot of it has to do for crypto, it has to do with BlackRock. I was just looking at the charts today. I mean, we're in our third week, going into a third week of green right now. We knew that we had some fair value gaps right here at 73,000, another fair value gap sitting here around 81,000. We did know there was going to eventually be some kind of relief rally coming in here. How far does this relief rally go? I don't know, but I've been talking about a relief rally for well over 2-3 weeks now. I mean, you can see the weekly, this was building up. I mean, look at the RSI right here. This is building back up at some point. It was going to reach some. It was going to reach it at some point. Is it now? Are we going to have a rejection? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. But last time we actually came down here and we're at the bottoms right here. You can see last time we came down and we did this like a little double top here. We actually stormed out of it. Looked pretty nice, right? And then we came back down, had another relief rally off this one. So here we came down. We consolidated for quite some time, dude. Right around some September of 2025. And then here we are in March. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We went on 7 months at the bottom. 7 months at the bottom of the RSI. So again, how far does this go up? I don't know. How far does it go up? I don't know. But you can see the dailies are a little bit different from where we're at over here. If you actually pull up the daily on this one where this happened, the dailies are a little bit different because we've been at the top since roughly around February, about a month, a little over a month. We've been sitting up at the top of the RSIs on the dailies. If you go back and look at the previous daily of when we looked at this weekly over here, when we looked over here, the weeklies are actually at the bottom. So a little bit different. I don't know how it's going to play out, but a little bit different on the Bitcoin side. But here we are. As you can see right here, obviously this is fueled by BlackRock. BlackRock bought 8.7 thousand Bitcoin last week, marking inflows every day. So I went back and looked at it. As you can see right now, look at that. Bitcoin, March 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. We all had pretty big inflows, 109 million, 185, 115, 46, and 143. And obviously, Bitcoin's going up in price today, meaning that most likely BlackRock is buying some more. And as you can see right now, you can see BlackRock bought 600 million of BTC in a week. I mean, that's pretty damn good. 763.4 inflows. Biggest buyer was BlackRock. Biggest seller was Grayscale. ETH inflows was roughly 160.9 million. Biggest buyer was Fidelity. Biggest seller was Grayscale. So Grayscale was selling the market, and again, Fidelity bought it up on the ETH side, and BlackRock bought it up on the Bitcoin side. So pretty wild to see. I really have a hard time to think this war with Iran was the best distraction from the Epstein files yet. Yeah, who knows, man? I'm so over just the craziness of it all, dude. I don't know how people can live in it all day. It's just such a drag. What's up, Crypto People? Joel, Griff, good to see you, man. Insane Mania. Good to see. H-bar is always a lagging indicator. Yeah, they usually pop off about a week later, right? Hey, Austin, hope all is well with you and your family. Keep up the great vids. I appreciate you, Camry. Thank you so much. Big A, what's up, Bacon and Beer? Good to see you, man. James Gordon, you are handsome today. Stupid. Oh, you're funny, man. Warren Austin, what's up, my badge? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. But you can see that right there. Another one right here. This is a pretty good idea of where we're at. We know that we have these relief rallies that are in here at some point. It says bull and bear markets have historically lasted similar amount of times. If the pattern repeats, we're not even halfway through the bear market. And we know that these relief rallies come. We had a relief rally right over here last time, and then we dropped below that. And here we have a nice little relief rally coming. We drop below this. And as you can see, we're not even halfway through the 52-week bear market. So if we say that 58 was back in 2014, between 2014 and 15 was 58 weeks. Then we got over here in 2018 and 2019, we were at 52 weeks. And then from 2022 to 2023 into 2024, we're at 54 weeks. And so even if you take the average and say that 52 weeks is where it's at, I mean, we're not even halfway through. So again, October could be the bottom of the bear before we start to have a nice little breakout. And it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, dude. Very, very interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know. But you can see right here, this is pretty crazy. Bitcoin's back to where it was 2 years ago. It's kind of sad in a way, right? 2 years ago today, Bitcoin's back to where it was. Like, isn't that crazy to think that if you thought you missed out, I mean, you're back 2 years ago, dude. You could have bought it for the same price. I'm ready for the last big crash coming soon. Then we're on high. Yeah, I wonder if Trump paid taxes on his gift from Epstein. Trump doesn't pay taxes. Come on, no one pays taxes. No elites pay taxes, dude. It's not just Trump; it's everyone, dude. In testimony to the Congress, Jeffrey Epstein's personal account revealed that state paid off one of. I don't know, dude. Who knows? It's all. These people are just saying whatever the hell they want to say. Honestly, who can you even believe anymore? I mean, you're sure as hell not going to listen to a politician. And you sure as hell, can't trust anyone that's in the even doing the investigation for all it matters. Elites don't pay real tax. They don't pay anything, dude. Silver has 6 billion supply, more than XCLM announced. Silver. Oh, are you buying a lot of silver RPM? Yeah. I know, right, Tim? I agree, man. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. But you could buy at the same today. You could buy Bitcoin. You could have bought 2 years ago. Same thing. This is actually pretty good. I like this little chart this person put out here. You can see right here. I mean, look at the volume coming in here. So this is back in 2022 bear market. So people are saying that, hey, we've reached the bottom of the bear. You're seeing so many people out there posting like, hey, we hit the bottom. This is kind of where it's going to bounce back is going to be. Yes, we're going to have a relief rally. There's always reliefs. There's always going to be relief rallies. You can see a nice little relief rally there. You can say wherever you want. There's always relief rallies, but look at the amount of volume that came in at the bottom of the bear. Every time that we have the bottom of the bear, we have lots of volume coming in. Unfortunately, we're at the same volume we were before. Like there's no massive volume coming in to match the levels of a bear market. So what it's telling me is that we're we might have a relief rally here, but we're not at the bottom of the bear yet. We're not even close to the bottom of the bear. And so like you can see like that's where it's coming down here. That's the bottom, and you can see over here. I mean, where's the bottom at over here? And I think it's a good chart to see because look at that compared to where we're at here. I don't think we're anywhere close to the bottom of. Some people think we are. You'll see a lot of people out there posting very positive stuff like, "Hey, we're going to be bouncing back. You know, this is we finally are reaching our channels and our support levels." But I mean, just be cautious of where it's at. You see the crypto roundtable was delayed again, second time due to the weather. It's not meant to be. It kind of feels that way, right? Everyone else calling the bottom was in. I don't know if the bottom's in, bro. You see right here, 99.2% chance that we do not cut rates. We will stay the same, which is that's very common for Jerome Powell is to keep rates the same. And but yeah, it's kind of wild, man. Kind of wild. Been a crazy year, dude. Everyone else calling the bottom was in. I don't know if the bottom's in, man. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the bottom is in. You can see right here. Here's another good example of why I don't think the bottom's in. Here's these timelines here. So this is back in 2022, 2023. You see I had our nice little rallies right here. These are our fractals. You can see right here we had our nice little rally, came up, hit our all-time high, came down, had a nice little relief, came back down. Look, we're right here where this little where the purple is on your screen here, and you can see we actually breached down here below the RSIs. Well, let's go back over here and look at the same exact trend lines that are coming through here. And you can see this is a nice little relief rally that we're going to have right here. The relief rally is coming, and then we're going to probably come down and we're going to hit the bottom of the bear. That's probably where this is 1 week. This is a 1 week chart or candles. Each of these sticks are 1 week. So very similar patterns showing up here. And I mean, things are lining up. So I mean, people that are saying that the bottom's in, will just come back and look at this. Come back and look at this and tell me again where you're feeling that from, because I don't see it, dude. A lot of hopium pumpers spreading FUD. I think another drop is gonna come before it makes a big move. Yeah, we're seeing it right here. I mean, this is a really good chart actually by Titans of Crypto here. I mean, I think that when you look at this, I mean, it's very, and history hasn't repeated itself 100% of the time. I think we always say like, oh, history repeats itself. I said it a lot, like history repeats itself, history repeats itself. But this guy's been very consistent. I don't know if you see this, but he put this back on February of 26, which is almost 2-3 weeks ago. He came out here and said, look at the relief rally that's going to come up here. And dude, sure as hell, dude, he actually hit it right here, spot on, dude. Relief rally coming in here. We talked about this for almost 3 weeks. And then, now we're going to have this hit a peak and it's going to come back down and hit new bottoms again. I know people don't want to hear that, but I mean, that's kind of what things are showing us. So, it's nice to see XRP about 150. Yeah, it is nice to see XRP at 150. 151 right now. Things are starting to move up right now. We're going 2 weeks in right now. So XRP 2 weeks in, Ethereum 2 weeks in on their on green candles here, which is nice to see as well. The one thing I want to look at here is the Heikin-Ashi. You can see right here, Heikin-Ashi is 2 weeks in too. Anytime that we have a turnaround like this, is actually pretty good. But again, got to be careful. Don't want to get trapped, right? This could be a nice little trap coming in here, but some people are out here listening to people saying this is the bottom. This is the time to buy. You can see we filled up a nice little fair value gap. There was a fair value gap that sat right here for a while. Right up in here. I told you guys that there was a fair value gap sitting right here around the 2,300. Now the next fair value gap is 2,500, and we could very much fill this fair value gap at 2,500, hit this 200 moving average, and then bounce back down. This is what happened over here. So if you go back and actually see this is that little pump that we showed you back on this chart here with Titans. So this right here, you see that little pump right there? let's go back to Bitcoin here. That little pump right there was right in here as well. So you can see that's right in here. This little pump right there was right here, and then we came down further. So right there, boom. Or I mean, I guess maybe it was a little bit lower. He's talking right here, then maybe this right here is where he's talking. Then right there is a little bit lower than that. So about right here is the relief rally. So he's calling very similar to the pattern over here, right? We had a top, we came down. This is that one. Then we came down. We had a relief right here. It came back down further. So he's talking about right here on Titan, the Titan of crypto. This is that relief rally. But I mean, that's a good relief rally. I mean, it went up probably roughly 50%. Let's just say that it's 43%. So if it goes up 43% from down here, that means that if we match that, 43% puts us at roughly, I mean, dude, that puts us at roughly 86,000, right at the top of a fair value gap right here, which again is really good. I mean, that puts you right back at the top. And bounces off that 100 200 moving average, and comes back down. But yeah, kind of crazy when you look at it like that. Ethereum could be the same boat, right? Here's that relief rally that happened. This thing went up probably roughly 127%. Gosh, dang, dude. If ETH hit 127% from where it's at right now, or from the bottom of that, that'd put us up roughly around. I mean, dude, that'd put us up by about almost 4,000. Gosh, dang, dude. If we had the same relief right there, but I mean, I just don't think that's going to happen. I mean, 127% is crazy. 127%, yeah, sure as hell it is. Wild. But you can see, I mean, this will definitely come back above, like it did here. It'll definitely come back up, almost probably hit that 100-day moving average and then bounce down. Which again, the 100 moving average is right at the top of this fair value gap right here, sitting around 27, almost 2,800, right at the top of this line right here. There's a big fair value gap, so this could come up, fill this, and then come back down, hit another low. So there's a chance to make some money off this if people are following the indicators and believe this could actually come up to 2,800 bucks. What's going on, Chipper? Good to see you, bud. So when it comes back down, what price are you expecting XRP to fall to? We're probably talking XRP is going to be difficult to say exactly where it's going to fall to, but there's a fair value gap sitting here around $1, right? Anywhere from 104 to about 82 cents. There's a big fair value gap right here. And I wouldn't be shocked if this came down and actually filled this up, came back down and hit this level about $1. It almost did here again, but I mean, this was that fluke crash right here. But I'm not going to count that. I mean, but it did almost hit right here at 110. I could definitely come see this coming down and going back into the dollar range. Same with XRP. The good thing with Ethereum here is Ethereum's closer to the bottom than it is anywhere else. I mean, Ethereum's been the most probably flattest chart of them all, right? I mean, we just barely breached an all-time high, which was back over here for almost 5,000. But we hit that same level over here in 2021. So I mean, I feel like we're very close to the bottom on ETH anyways. Like, I mean, yeah, ETH could probably come down and, maybe hit another 13, 1400, which it happened over here in April. And it very well could, right? It very well could come back down and hit that. But we're closer to the bottom than we are to the top. So, I mean, same with Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin right now is probably pretty close to hitting the bottom. I mean, it could come down a little bit further, just like it did right here. I mean, and it very well could. We could come down here and probably hit this. There's another little fair value gap right here at 61, and there's one right here at 55. You can see right over here that it looks like it hasn't been filled on the weekly, and there's another one sitting right here on 50. So we're talking about 55, right? 55 to, I think I have my marker here. 55,000 is kind of the marker of where it's at. There's a fair value gap right below one here too as well. So, I mean, that very well could happen after we have this relief. So. I'd be shocked if it went down to $1. Almost got there. You know what I mean? We almost got there. But you have Michael Saylor coming out and buying another $1.57 billion in Bitcoin, which is crazy. The guy just keeps adding and adding. I mean, you can see right here, Strategy now acquires 22,337 Bitcoin, holding over roughly 761,000 Bitcoin as of right now. Gosh dang. Peter Schiff comes in and says, if you can keep this pace up for another year, you'll waste another 80 billion buying Bitcoin and make all the whales who sold even richer. I'll run parallel channels on them. They bottomed. Do you think they bottomed? Yo, Austin, how's it going? The charts are pumping past 24 hours. Let's go. XCL up to, yeah, I saw that. I saw XCL is doing pretty well right now. My bag's back above, back into the positive, which is good, right? Let's see here. Yeah, XCL sitting back almost 23,000 right now. So that's good, dude. Up 13%. As you guys know, I put 20,000 in. So yeah, XCL is actually back up. Cents obviously still lingering around this price right now, but I mean, yeah, things are looking good. I'm happy to see Exceler doing good. What's up, XCL Mafia? Good to see you, buddy. I wouldn't be surprised if XRP goes down to 50 cents. You think so, dude? 50 cents? It's already centralized, bro. BTC centralized, dude. BTC was centralized when this happened. Boom. That made it centralized, dude. BTC is becoming more and more centralized. It's controlled by the market. The markets are controlled by Coinbase and the exchanges and the institutions now. Unfortunately, I mean, people probably don't want to hear that. They get mad about that, but I mean, it's true. It's true at this point. The people moving the markets are the institutions themselves. So I mean, to me, that's when you become institutionalized. Quant looking good. Over ledger with only 14 million. What's up, Trent? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Trent. We had Millicent was in here. She was asking for someone who has anyone that knows what was it, a tax accountant or a tax attorney in New York. Now you're the only person I know from New York, so she was asking that on Friday, and I was like, "Well, Trent's not here. When I see him, I'll let him know." So here, I let you know if you know someone. Let me know. Congrats to XCL people. You are back to initial. Hey, that's a lot, dude. Some projects you can't even pull that out, right? Some projects are. I mean, look at Cent, right? I mean, people would be so excited to be back to their initial shit. I'd be excited if Cent got me back to my initial. You think XRP gets to 70 cents? Very well can happen, dude. Very well can happen. I mean, right now the cryptocurrency market is rallying nicely right now. 2,300. We can see right now. Let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is definitely at the top up here. This thing will probably double peak up here. The daily has been lingering. Look at how long the daily's been up here. This is the only thing that's probably like negative when you think about it. The daily has just been up here since February, right? So the daily at some point needs to come down. So this relief rally could probably extend up here and then come down. We could see last time we did a triple top was right here. Boom, boom, boom. We came down and we hit a level. We came down and actually came back down to probably roughly 67,000 and then had a nice little rally back up, which is like very similar to what happened here. But I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at here. And another thing too is we're actually coming back up here on the MACD. The MACD is showing a lot of positivity here. Let's get a hand. You can see this is actually looking really good. But what I wanted to show you is if we look back at the time where these happen, let's go to the weekly here. And I was saying last time that we had these bottoms in like this, these like longer bottoms down here. Last time we had that was like, let's just say like right here. You know, we could even look back over here. Last time we were down here, like what happened out of this. And let's just pull a line here. Let's just pull a line so we get in the same area here. And then let's go to the daily. You can see the daily is at the top last time this happened. And look what happened after the daily was at the top. Let's go to the weekly, right? Weekly showed that we did like almost like a double bottom here and then came back up. Same here, 2-2. Now we're going to come back up. So if you look back over here at this time frame on the daily, you can see that we had a nice little extend up and then we came down, right? You can see we came back down. There's a nice little relief that we had and then we came back down. And then we rallied up nicely right here, right? So, I mean, like, don't discredit that. But, I mean, that took almost, like, roughly in October, right? That was November. That was November-ish, November right here when this took off. So, Trump's election, different timing. But, you know, what I'm trying to say here is that every time this actually happens with the weekly, where we kind of have, like, this longer downtrend here, we tend to have a nice little bounce back. But just got to be careful because last time we were at this time, the weeklies were at the top. So this little relief rally right here, you can see boom right here. This is that one we were talking about on Titans of Crypto. This is that relief rally right here. If you go back and look here, I mean, when this relief came, we were at the very bottom. We came up and we stayed up here for a while and then we came down hot, right? Came down hot. So this is almost what? We came up, stayed around up here and came down and then came down again, came down even hotter. So, I mean, roughly from this peak, we ended up losing another almost 37%. So we rallied we rallied roughly about 43% and then came down about another 37% after that. Yeah, almost 38%. So just be prepared. I mean, like this rally could be good, but there's probably gonna be another little relief off of this. So which is okay, right? It gives people another opportunity to know that these weeklies are things to follow. Like unfortunately, people are going to probably not jump in on this. They're not going to. They think they missed the boat, and some people feel that way. It's okay. If some people feel that they're missing the boat, they should have bought back over here at 60,000. Some people are feeling they should have bought this back over at 1,600. 3-4 weeks ago, and they feel that they missed the boat here. ETH is a little bit different than Bitcoin when it comes to these levels here. Because I think we're closer to the bottom. But this should come up. I do think we're going to come up and at least hit this 2,500, 2,600. And again, if we hit 2,800, that'd be phenomenal. But we'll see. Churches eating in crypto for treasuries will be tax free. Really? Churches will be tax free? Gosh, I need to open a church. New York has more restrictions on crypto too. Oh, does it really? Well, I think they do. Yeah, I love the zoomed out perspective. Now that's bullish. Well, this is definitely bullish for the like right now. I mean, we could see that this is probably looking pretty good on Ethereum. I mean, indicators are kind of telling us that we're flipping around here. Bitcoin's kind of coming back around. I mean, we'll probably come up and hit some numbers here. People will probably doubt that, but I mean, things are telling us that otherwise here. So, doesn't mean history repeats itself, but things are lining up that way. Cent will come back and then some. I hope so, dude. I really hope so. Separation of church and state, bro. I know. Let's see. There's one more thing here I think I wanted to show. Where'd it go? I think I put in my bookmarks. Oh yeah, here's another good example here. I was gonna share this right here. You can see very similar pattern to where we're at in 2022, and then we came off a cliff here, and we're having almost the exact same pattern that's happening over here in 2026. And he's gonna copy and paste the exact same thing, right? Came down, boom, bounced around. And then, dude, like almost the exact same pattern. It's kind of crazy, right? I mean, this one, when I saw this one today, I was like, dude, this is a pretty wild chart. But it's matching 2022 to 2026. We can rally. I had to do a bull trap for mid liquidity and then bottom out in April. I just a thought, fam. Not like I know a diplomat or an insider. No, you're good, bro. I don't know. I mean, things are kind of showing us that we're going to have a relief rally, which we knew. We talked about this for over 2 weeks on the channel, 3 weeks on the channel. And then here we are, talking about then there's most likely going to be a dump afterwards. And everything's kind of showing us that, right? There's the relief rally, boom. And then we're going to have some fallout right there. Boom, fallout. So let's see here. That sounds like a good idea. People don't have a clue what's being built. We have found an absolute mind-blowing alpha on Etherscan for Acceler's ecosystem. Oh, really, dude? Spill the beans, man. Spill the beans. I've been out of the loop, dude. So feel free to spill the beans, man. Let's see. I might go back to Golden State Baptist College. Is that a real thing? Golden State Baptist College. Is that a college for like a real college? Seems off a cliff. Those words turn me in. I want more blood, brother. Well, I mean, like this is kind of showing you everything kind of lining up to be the same. So yeah, I thought this was an interesting chart for sure. It's always fun to share. Everyone has their own perspectives, but I do think we're going to have a relief to this, and then probably a fallout. So let's see here. Yes, it's church ministry college. I used to be a preacher boy. Oh, damn, dude, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Literally, you and the Vision Pulse are the only seeing the Bitcoin chart likeness 2022. I mean, you just got to, yeah. I mean, I think we got to go. Our most recent bear market was 2022, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, last Bitcoin death cross approaching this week. It's kind of lining up. things are lining up. I mean, like we've hit a death cross way back over here in November, right? On the daily, and now the weekly, I don't think, I mean, the weekly never, I mean, the daily, you can see right here, the 500 or the 50-day moving average crossed back over and came down and hit the 200-day moving average, and we're not even close to that. You know what I mean? Like we're not even close to that even happening on the weekly. And so for this to be successful, for it to successful of the bear market to happen, that 50's got to come down and touch this 200-day moving average. Once this 50 touches this 200-day moving average, which has happened almost every bear market, just go back and look at almost every bear market, that 200 moving average or that 50-day moving average almost comes down and hits these bottoms. And yeah, you kind of need that. It gets close, at least gets close, and when it gets close like that, that's when the time to strike. So I mean, like this is probably going to come down, and I mean the average is probably going to be somewhere here in the. It's probably going to be somewhere here in the 68, dude. I bet you the 68 marker is kind of probably the average for the bottom of this bear, right? We can get down to 55, but I think the average buy is somewhere in the 68,000 to 60,000, somewhere in here. Which is again where this is going to come down. It's going to bounce off this. This will probably stagger out. This will probably stay on the 68 marker for a while, just like this one stayed on this 25 marker for a really long time. I mean, this thing stayed on the 200-day moving average, stayed on the 25 to 27 to 25 marker from June of 2022 all the way until April or October of 2023. We stayed on this 25 marker, dude. Like that's crazy to think. You know what I mean? We'll share with you in the DM, dude. Okay, dude. Appreciate that. Austin can't join the army because he would have to give up his beard. That would be super hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. It's funny. Cool and Chris came in here. I did say that I was gonna join the military if Trump got elected. I should probably hold up my end of the bargain on that and just go join the military. Just go in as an officer. I don't know how that works, but dude, I don't think they're gonna want a 40-year-old dude. Like they're not gonna be like, hey, yeah, come join the military. We want more 40-year-olds. Not true. Stock RSI is at 100. Can't get any more bullish. I think FOMC meeting will tell all. Yeah. You got to think the FOMC meeting comes in here. Anytime Jerome Powell comes in and speaks, dude, he is the bearer of all bearers. But it's okay. We already know what to expect. Maybe he's going to shock us. French Foreign Legions, sappers will allow beards. You got to knock on the doors to join. Okay. 51 here. Nice, dude. Yeah, I don't think if I'm like joining the military, I don't think the military is gonna be like, yeah, dude, come join the military at 40. I mean, I guess are there 40-year-olds joining the military? That just seems crazy. I feel like it would take so much time away from the family. Like that's such a hard thing to do. Kodak, how should we understand the value of Kodak's pharmaceuticals and battery? I have no idea, Nancy. I don't know what the hell that is. When I think of Kodak, I think of film. Crypto Hulk did. He did at 40 years old. Trent. He did at 40 years old. I've thought about it, and I'm 40, but I don't think they'd let us enlist. I don't think they would, dude. That ship has sailed. I think so too, guy. I think that ship sailed long, long ago. I don't think they're gonna be like, yeah, come join. XCL Mafia community's number one. Hell yeah, dude. But think early 40s. I don't know what is the cutoff date for what's the oldest you can what is it? Oldest you can enlist or join, okay, enlist in military. Okay, let's see. Dude, 42. Gosh dang, bro. Are people joining? Okay, let me read that. The oldest age to join the U.S. military generally ranges from 28 to 42, depending on the branch, with the Air Force and Space Force offering the highest at 42, and the Marine Corps lowest at 28. That makes sense. Army's at 35, Navy's at 39 to 41, and the Coast Guard 31 to 40 with a waiver. So, okay, so age requirements for active duty is 39 to 42. 39 to 40. Okay, so that's where it's at. Individuals with prior service can often subtract those years from their age. The Army and other branches may offer age waivers. Huh. Yeah, dude, that I mean, 42, that's quite the age. I mean, hey, I guess if you wanna join and get your, I guess you could say your I don't even know what you get your stat. I don't even know what you get, right? If you even just spend 4 years in there, it's not like I guess you get your VA. 35, yeah, that's crazy. Army 35, Marine, okay, right there, yeah. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, buddy. I'm gonna Space Force, baby. Time to go fight Lord. Luke, I am your father. You just like start like. I watched Independence Day. I watched Independence Day the other night. I think it was Saturday night. We were laying there on the couch, and I was like, dude, this is like a Independence Day with Will Smith is like, one of the best like old school nostalgic movies. Like growing up as a kid, and yeah, like that's what I want to go. I want to go. I want to go to like Area 51. That's what I want to do. Yes, more older folks joining because of the weak kids being Gen X tools today. Military is weak because too many kids joining look like gamers. But hey, we need people to fly drones, bro. We need people to fly drones. I would be a horrible drone fighter. Austin, I believe you'd be a great fighter, but it doesn't seem like a good fit for you. It probably wouldn't, dude. One thing I do have a hard time with, one thing I've always struggled with in life is, and it's probably the one thing that I think is like made it to. I just to be honest, I just hate being told what to do. You know what I mean? I hate answering to someone, and that's like number one in the military. You're answering to someone, um, and I think that would be my hardest thing in the world is like having to listen to someone who's dumber than me. That's my biggest thing. My dad's always told me that too. That's why he's convinced me to never join the military. He's like, you're a really smart guy, you're bright, and unfortunately, you're gonna have a person who's dumber than you, who doesn't know anything, and he's gonna be dictating and telling you what you can and can't do. Is that what you want? And I was like, no, I don't want that. It'll make me go nuts. I watched War Machine last night. Not bad film on, dude. War Machine was like the most unrealistic, probably crappiest movie I've ever seen, but I couldn't stop watching it. So whatever that tells you, I don't know. Like it was actually like I couldn't stop watching it. I kept watching it, but it was the most unrealistic, good, bad movie. I can't even explain it, dude. I can't explain it. But yeah, I mean, how good are you taking orders from fan? I'm pretty good at taking orders from fan, but it doesn't come without bitching or complaining. So I mean, yeah. But I think that's like, I think everyone, at some point, they might complain, they might bitch or complain, dude. Love, live, yeah. Would consider Space Force, but 51 now. Space Force would be cool, dude. I watched and some grays. Yeah, I definitely got some gray hair, dude. Yeah, it was a rubbish film. It was like I couldn't even explain the film. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I kept watching it. I was wanting to see the outcome. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Up and away. Yeah, we're taking off right now. Crypto's blowing up. I mean, like, look at this, dude. Ethereum sitting here 2312 right now, dude. This thing is looking pretty good. Hell yeah. Bitcoin's almost back to 74,000. It hit 74,000 this morning. And now we're starting to come back up here. Let's go back to the 4 hour. 4 hours definitely. I mean, we're going to get this double peak going here. You can see the 50 right here. The 50-day moving average is back above the 200-day. Hasn't been back above the 200-day on the 4 hour, dude. Since way back over here. Look at this, guys. We finally crossed back over. The 50-day moving average has crossed back over the 200-day moving average. Last time that's happened for Bitcoin, dude, that's crazy to think. That was back over here since January of 2026. Dude, that's a year. That's 3 months ago. 3 months ago. That's pretty wild, dude. Last time it crossed back over like that. And when it crosses back over here, we actually rallied really nicely. Look at this, dude. We went all the way back up here. We came back down, had this crazy death cross right here. Boom, look at this. Came down, all the way down. This is obviously back in November of 2025. And then we came back up and look at cross back over right here. You can see there's a nice little cross back over right over here, right over the 200-day moving average. And we rallied all the way up to 97,000 for Bitcoin. So, I mean, what was the percentage on that? Let's see. It crossed back over about here. It went up about 10%. That's not the biggest jump. But I mean, if we take that to where we're at right now, and we just say, okay, it crosses back over right here, we'd go up about 10%. That puts us about 81,000, dude. That's right in where I said it was going to hit, right? 81,000, right inside this fair value gap. So I mean, honestly, we're right in this ballpark, dude. It's gonna probably come back up and hit this 81, 82,000. Probably fill up this little fair value gap we have right here. That's what it's looking like, dude. Honestly, that's what it's looking like right now. There could be obviously some hiccups in between here, but that's kind of what it's looking like. I'm 40 and starting to lose my hair, so I'm ready for military cut. Have it just go into it. Why is H bar just sitting there? I know H bar is kind of just sometimes just pisses you off, right? Day trading heaven. This is kind of nice right now. The 4 hours at the top right now, we're probably gonna have a double peak up here, double peak, double peak. Usually we have double peaks in here, especially when we extend to the top like this. So we're at 100% right here for Ethereum. Look at that 100 to 100 right here on the RSIs. Bitcoin right here 90, 89. We're probably gonna come down to a double top here. This could be a nice little run here. Having a nice little run on this good old Monday afternoon. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know if I could join. I don't know if I could join. I could probably join, but I mean, like, can I join? Can a 40-year-old be drafted? Okay, I don't really care about that one. So you could only. So I technically could only join the Air Force, the Coast Guard. Oh, I could do the Navy, Coast Guard, Special Space Force, and dude. You can actually join a pretty good amount. I wonder what the reserves are, dude. What about the reserves? Let's see. What about the reserves? It's probably the same. I would assume it's probably the same. Military. Yeah, okay. So it's still the same. Still the same. U.S. military reserves age limit generally require an applicant to be between 17 and 42. Yeah, 17 and 42. So same thing for the reserve. So okay. There's a waiver for people 42 to 43 for the Army. Navy is 42. Air Force reserves is 48. Damn, bro. I mean, you could join the reserves anytime you want at this point. I'm looking for short the second wick down. Yeah, you totally be a space cadet. Space cadet. That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one. A space cadet. Sometimes I feel like a space cadet. That's for sure, dude. Phew. Sometimes I'm like, I'm such a space cadet that Fan had to put like a little tracker on my wallet because I lose my wallet so much. I have about 30K dry powder. Would you try to make some money with that? I probably would try. Yeah, I'd try. I mean, the only thing is like you can't be afraid to lose it. I mean, like, and you're not going to lose it. You might just lose, a couple $1,000 doing it. Depending on where this goes. But I mean, if you feel confident in where the numbers are going here, yeah, you can see right now the 12 hours at the top right here. It's probably over for me right now. I probably wouldn't jump in on this little green candle. That's just personally me. Like I wouldn't jump in on it. This is probably going to come down and have a little bit. We're going to come back down, fill up some of these little fair value gaps here at like 21.5 maybe. Even Bitcoin will come back down. There's another little fair value gap here on the 4 hours. This could come back down and hit the 71, 72, 70 marker. I wouldn't jump in, crazy right now. I'd probably wait. And I'm not buying on green days. You know what I mean? Definitely wouldn't do that. There's a nice little fair value gap here on the daily. This could come back down. I wouldn't jump in right now personally, but that's just me. Knowing what we saw, I'm not going to get caught in any of this. You know what I mean? This right here, like this relief rallies here, you could jump on the relief rally. If anything, I'd probably just put something in with BTCC and see where it goes. You know what I mean? But everything's kind of telling me that we're like Bitcoin's probably going to double top here on the daily. Or on the 4 hour, we're going to double top here. And then we're going to have a short. You can see, look at the daily. The daily's been up here. This needs to come back down to some degree, right? This could come back down to 68. Ethereum right here, also same thing. I mean, this daily's been over purchased for a while. This could come back down and hit 2100, even come all the way back down here and hit this 1943 again before we make another clean run again. So like I wouldn't probably buy today, to be honest with you. I guess I wouldn't be. I'm 37. I'm still just stick to playing Battlefield. Gary, that is awesome, dude. I freaking love it, dude. No age limits for local militias. True that, dude. That is true, my friend. That's good. Speaking of what your thoughts on the space coin, I have no idea what that is, dude. Mafia in the building. What's up, Wendell? Good to see you, buddy. Well, I bet your wallet is so big and heavy it hurts your back to carry it. Dude, my wallet is like the dinky. I got the little Ridge wallet. I don't even know where it's at. I think it's in the car. I probably lost it again. I probably had to ding it. It's just like a little tiny, the little tiny. Just I mean, I barely carry cash, so it's just kind of yeah. What about XRP? XRP's I probably wouldn't touch XRP right now either. Same similar patterns right now with the candles, right? Dailies at the top, maxed out. The 4 hours looking okay. This might continue to come up here. Like we could probably get back up to 160 maybe. You can see our crosses come back over here, but these are just in over purchased territories. Like if anything, you're waiting for this to come back down. If you've missed this opportunity, you're waiting for it. And like ETH is like a perfect example of that. But doesn't mean that this can't run. I mean, like I said, let's go back over and look at last time the 50-day went above the 200-day moving average. Let's just go back and look at that. And you can see that we can come back up. And you can see we made this nice little rally up, but then there's a sell-off where we come back down here. So like, just prepare for that. That's all. Just prepare for that. You can see back over here too, right? And then we're on the cusp of that happening right here. It's going to come back up, and we're probably going to rally up above this. It's probably going to come back up and hit somewhere up here in the 25 marker, and then there's going to be a sell-off. It can come down and reach some numbers again, dude. So aside from Clarity Act, are there any other catalysts? Not really. This week, we'll have the rate cuts, but I think rate cuts are probably the biggest thing. Me personally, I'm just going to invest in my shares and share portfolio until this war nonsense is over. I have about 500 XRP. That's enough. Yeah, you should, this war stuff, you just never know, dude. You honestly never know what you're going to wake up to. If you want to sleep good at night, just chill. That's what it comes down to. XCL made moves. Yeah, XCL did make some moves here, dude. Let's take a look at XCL. I saw it this morning. Definitely ramped up. Let's open up XCL here. I haven't talked about it for a minute, but I did wake up and see what is this? I did wake up and see the chart looking pretty good. Had a nice little rally. Look at that, dude. This is back above pre-sale price, right? Pre-sale price was at 0.00103. This thing came all the way down below, and now it's made a rally back up here, dude. So shout out to the XCL Mafia, dude. Like, honestly, Sentinel not looking too hot, right? Sentinel definitely struggling, but I mean, 14% up on the day, looking pretty good. I'm still holding my bag. It's good to see, like I said, I'm back up about 3,000 right now. Sentinel trying to get me back up there. I'm about 15,000 down on Sent right now. So still holding on strong, man. Still waiting to sort of see what happens here. Austin, are you getting an XCL Mafia hoodie? I should, dude. I get a black, dude. I could just get a black XCL Mafia hoodie. Aside from the Clarity Ag, yeah, I don't see any catalysts, dude. Spacecoin is a satellite-based decentralized internet. What's up, Selmo? We got Selmo Fudd in the house. Here's up, my guy. Hope all was well, my friend. Now let's see Sent. I know I'll pull up Sent, but I don't want to. But I'll pull it up. Might as well. I can't show one without the other. Sent's been rough. I mean, it's still there. Yeah, yikes. I mean, this one took a beating, dude. Gosh, this one took a beating. I'm still holding though, dude. 82% down. Gosh, yeah, that one's pretty bad. But I mean, XCL's still hanging in there, guys. Hater to love at the underdogs on top. Let's go Z-Back. Simon will be a keynote speaker for an XRP event. Will it? XCL and Sentinel been disappointed all because the devs went dark. Yeah, let's not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to say anything bad. I told XCL Mafia that. I was like, because people were like, why aren't you talking about it? I'm like, well, because like there's good things and there's bad things. And if obviously I don't want to talk about the bad things. So I just don't, you know what I mean? We all know what it is. Let's just hopefully keep our fingers crossed and something comes out of it that we're all hoping for at the end of this whole thing. So that's all I can do is just keep my fingers crossed, wish the best here, and just know that the Mafia is still out there working their asses off. And yeah, that's all that matters. Yeah, what's up, Winnow? Good to see you, dude. XRP probably going to stick around the $2 if you're dumping supply. Yeah, they'll probably. I mean, the $2. I think XRP is going to probably stick around where we're at. I mean, this could have a nice little run too. We're starting to cross back over here a little bit. XRP is going to need to take some legs here, but yeah, the selling of supply is a little tough. Honestly, I don't care, and I'm not hating. I just don't gatekeep information behind pseudo. Oh, we're talking about XCL. I was like, what are we talking about? I forget. We're talking about, yeah. So crazy. My one ledger account from this little XR pump has gone from 3,200 to 51. That's good, dude. Almost up. Yeah, that's really good, Adam. That's a really good run. I like it, dude. I like it. I like it. But I mean, like, one thing you can't say anything bad about X. I mean, the XCL. This is am I on set? I'm on XCL. Yeah. If you take a look at XCL, like, I mean, I know people are still dogging it, but I mean, not a lot of these cryptos that launched at this time. I mean, you got to think this thing launched at a government shutdown, made its run, then it went through it went through the worst time that you could possibly launch. Actually, to tell you the truth, it's probably launched at the worst time you could possibly launch. I mean, it launched right around the time of our first government shutdown, right? And then it went through the biggest liquidation event in crypto history. It's gone through all the bullshit. Cent came out. Cent didn't actually help it in any way. If anything, it probably had some bigger sell-offs. And then it's still back above its pre-sale price. Like, so I mean, and on top of that, it did go up 35x, a 35x crypto, and it's still trying to make a comeback here. I mean, I'm not gonna dog it, dude. I mean, it's still here, bro. Happy Austin 316 day. Make my girlfriend watch some classic Stone Cold Steve Austin. Dude, I love Stone Cold Steve Austin, dude. If you had a spot on the OG Den, you would know all you need to know. I'm assuming the OG Den is that in Telegram? Because the buys are 250 to 2. Okay. You guys are, oh my gosh, you guys are going crazy. Andrew B. Is it a Discord or is it a Discord or a Telegram? No, Austin, ignore it. I'm just wondering now. I'm out of the loop on it, so I'm assuming it's a good Telegram Discord thingy. XRP. Let's see. I don't even know anything. Are you guys still buying ZBAC? Is ZBAC still even out there? Is ZBAC still a thing? I know a lot of people here were buying it. At least you're recovering from selling at a loss on XCL. I don't know. It's weird. Oh, no, not TG. It's a special place they made to spew propaganda. It's only for special people. Dude, there's a lot of you guys that are upset. There's a back and forth here. So I'm assuming everyone was in the TG or in the Discord and then left the Discord. I heard from the grapevine, Austin Brian Owens from WAE is your brother. Nah, no. Where's BB? Where's BB? You guys are crazy as hell, dude. We are in the Telegram. We are in the is the X? You mean the XCL Telegram? So okay, so is this different than the Telegram, or is this the same thing as the Telegram? I'm confused now. I'm really lost, dude. This shows you how much I disconnect sometimes. The trender, what the fuck is that? Yeah, ZBEC has been stagnant. Oh, okay. I think a lot of things have been stagnant, dude. This is such a hard market. It's such a hard market. That's why today's are good days, dude. It's always nice to see the markets. I mean, even the stock market's like looking pretty good. I go back to it. I mean, like Tesla's looking phenomenal coming back right now. I mean, these are the times where like Tesla is one of those where you're like, dude, like this is the time to be looking at it. I mean, Nvidia obviously is another one. Talk about stagnant. Look how like this thing has built such a nice like floor right here. Just look at the support sitting here at like 184. Like this is pretty crazy actually. I mean, it's been sitting in this area since, no joke, August of 2025. I mean, we're probably sitting in this area for a year, dude. XCL Telegram was a dumpster fire, bunch of paper. I told you, General Maffa, dude. Telegram in general is just a dumpster fire, dude. Like Telegram just freaking kills me, dude. I don't even know how people do Telegram sometimes. The religious cult of XCL split off to bless their holy Lord. Dude, you guys I can't even read this shit out loud. You guys are crazy as hell. Sorry, I'm spicy. Andrew B coming in hot today, dude. I don't think Sentinel won't be anything. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. All right, Adam. You want to mock? I was able to quit my job with my ZBEC. Oh, really? That's pretty good, King Pound. So you quit your job off your investment with ZBEC. That's pretty good, dude. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, you guys are wild. You guys are wilding out, damn. It's okay for people. I'll say this, dude. Like, I think it's okay for people to really like a project. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that really love XRP, dude. You know what I mean? And a lot of people out there hate XRP, dude. There's people out there, dude. Peter Schiff is the number one hater of crypto and Bitcoin in the world, dude. Peter Schiff goes, this is how much Peter Schiff hates Bitcoin. He will go to a Bitcoin conference just to talk shit about a Bitcoin at a Bitcoin conference. Like, tell me that's not crazy, dude. Like, he goes to a Bitcoin conference just to talk shit about how much Bitcoin sucks. Like, and they actually bring him on. He was at Bitcoin 2025. He was up there on stage talking shit about Bitcoin. And like, that's crazy. So I mean, like, and there's a bunch of Bitcoin maxes out there that love Bitcoin, right? I love Bitcoin. And but you'll have people that will always hate it, right? And it's okay. If people say that people that are following Bitcoins are cult following, people that are following XRP are cult followings. Like, I think that people just like their projects, and it's okay. Like, I'll never dog another project after the whole Saitama thing. You know what I mean? It's Saitama. You go down the list of all of them. Like, you know, people are gonna like them regardless of what you say, regardless of what you do. Like, let them like it, and I'll let them, you know, let them be like, do you, boo boo? I'll do me. Like, that's just always how it should be. So, but I get it. Like, I can get where Andrew's coming from. Like, you know, obviously feels a certain way, and you have a right to feel a certain way. That's what I love about America, dude. First, you know, you have your First Amendment right to say whatever the hell you want to say and feel whatever the way you want to feel, dude. And that's what's great, you know. And it opens up Discord, and you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna go back to working out, just listening in the background. Oh, you good, bro? Go get those abs in, dude. Donald Trump says oil prices falling would rapidly bring down inflation once the current situation resolves. I would agree with that. Yeah, I absolutely would agree with that. Yes, former truck driver here in California. Hell yeah, dude. That's badass, man. I got booted since I have 2 jobs and can't be on the chart to listen to them all day. Oh, you got booted? What do you mean you got booted? What does that mean you got booted? Booted from what? Got booted. Like, booted from what? I'm confused. Bitcoin is the Model T of crypto. True that, dude. It is the beginning. ZBAG XRP XDC will be able to live off the interest when they go. That'd be cool. Yeah. Have you, dude? I will say that I'll say one thing, General Maffa, about Andrew. I don't know if you've seen Andrew. Andrew is a brick shithouse, dude. I don't know if you've seen him, dude, but he is like, you talk about a religion. He is religiously working out because that guy is a brick shithouse, dude. Like, honestly, dude, it's pretty crazy. I really like XCL, and it hurt to sell when I did, but at least I made it back with XRP. That's okay, man. You know, you got to do what's best for you, man. Like, always should be what you think is best for you. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. I'm fine with XCL. I never sold. I cut my losses and said it is a loss is a loss. My issue is the division. The division in Telegram probably is tough, dude. Yeah, I would agree. Oh, you got kicked out of the XCL OG den. Oh, interesting. I still think Trump is a little delirious from all of this winning. We're so much winning. I didn't realize there was so much division. Gosh, dude, I've been so out of it, dude. I'm sorry, A team. I've been out of it. I didn't realize that there was so much division with it. Damn. Well, I'm here for XCL. You guys know that, dude. Like, I want it to do well, and I hope it continues to climb up. Like, obviously, you know, I watched that thing sit at $880,000 in my wallet. Now it's down to 23, and I think a lot of us would feel the same way. So, but we all had a chance to sell. We all had a chance to move on. Like, you all had that chance, and you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out like that, and it sucks sometimes, right? I was stuck on XRP. Now I just separated utility from the meme coins. Yeah, that's the way to do it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I think the markets are looking phenomenal. I think this is really good. I think that you're in a good position. We could have a nice little rally up into the, and you can see Ethereum's rallying right now again, dude. Ethereum's looking really good right now. We have rate cuts coming in, or we have you know, Jerome Powell speaking on Wednesday. So just be cautious, because we'll probably rally up until Wednesday, and then Jerome Powell will speak, and we'll probably fall down. Typically, that's how it works. So just be cautious of that. You know, never buy on green days. I'll never buy on a green day. The green candle days right now, even though the markets are looking good right now, even on the dailies, the weeklies looking really well. But these are, I just can't get myself to ever buy on these, because it's, you know, you're buying into FOMO, and that's where this is at. Even, I'll go put a leverage trade in. I'll probably do that when I get off here, because if this does rally up here to, let's just say, it goes up to 25, which is, very well could happen here in the next couple of days. You're at least on a leverage trade, but I'm not going to go buy, $100,000 worth of spot trading. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, with all that, I do hope, 880K. Yeah, dude, I did on my XCL, dude. I had my XCL went up to $880,000 in my wallet, dude. It was crazy to see it. And now it's sitting here at 23. But it is what it is, man. We live and learn. We all move on. And I wasn't going to sell it anyways. I couldn't sell it. I couldn't sell that on top of the A team, dude. And never could have, never will. What the heck with this pump and dump scheme? What's up, Austin? What's up, Eugene? Good to see you, buddy. Sell in the green, free up the cash. Yeah, you should definitely be selling in the green, not buying in the green. That's for sure, dude. You want to buy on red days. You don't want to be buying on green days. So keep that, back of your mind, dude, for sure. But with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And with all that said, we're out. Peace out, everyone. Love you guys.